So the question was, and I think it's fair for us to ask everybody on the panel, what do you see coming around the bend in terms of the future of dentistry, in terms of materials, in terms of, prosthetics or implants, in terms of genetic advances and genome mapping, how that would help the future. So if you guys want to comment on that.
Real briefly, there are a lot of studies going on now where they're looking at regenerating the dental pulp tissue. So when you do a root canal, instead of going in there and filling it with some artificial material, you actually can regrow the pulp, and that'll be kind of a neat deal. They do some of that. I probably can't answer that as well as I should. Maybe Dr. Svensson can help with that.
The 2 or 3 areas, again, you already hit upon the gene sequencing, the stuff that's going in salivary diagnostics. I've always sat back and looked at, why did the medical profession year after year after year draw blood when saliva will tell you everything that you typically need to know, and it's far easier to acquire, but we got off on that track. It's hard to make those type of paradigm shifts. The biomimetics and the ability to regenerate tissue, I know for treating gum recession right now, we're using fetal proteins. Patients say, well, fetal proteins, that's where all this embryonic, research is going. I go, well, these are pig fetuses, fortunately, rather than humans. But we're using a lot of growth hormones in areas that we never had the ability to do that. And so the old standard bone grafts are kind of going the way of the dinosaur. We do a lot of tissue engineering and guided bone regeneration. We can manipulate bone and tissue today in ways we have never been able to due to the newer technologies that are coming out. And then lastly, the big one that's probably going to be most felt by most of the people here in the room is what's happening with the CAD/CAM aspects of dentistry, where now we can mill a crown in a day. We can take digital impressions so you don't have to have all that goo in your mouth when they do a crown. So, and everyone's going to feel that, because that's very quickly going to enter into the profession just the same way that the digital x-rays did 5 or 10 years ago.